good people. Happy New Year 2023. Uh, Today, I want to talk about uh, New Year resolutions. These are goals that you set and you follow them for a few days, and after a few months, you find that you are not doing what is expected of you. So, finally, at the end of 6 months, the end of that year, you find that you've done nothing. Now, New Year resolutions are about every goal that inspires you, like what you want to create, a product, maybe a product or a service that you want to offer to the world or your surrounding, because you cannot cover the entire world, or a product that you have been researching on and you want to start producing and in mass, so that you can supply it and dominate the market. Another thing is the experiences that you want to experience. Do you want to have joy, peace? Do you want to be happy? Like now, I'm very happy that God has enabled me to get to this other year from a year that has been very tough. So, are those experiences that you want to have as an individual? And then, what are the areas that you want to excel in? Do you have any area that you excel in that you want to put more effort so that you can outdo your competitors? What do you want to be known for this year 2023? Because those are part of the goals that you have to set so that they become resolutions. What do you want to improve in? I'm also talking about the people that we call the youth, people who are in a quadrant that we call them the unemployed youth, and yet they have all it takes for them to succeed. So, what do you want to improve in? Is it your resume, or is it your skills? Is it your communication? Is it the way you want to relate to other people? Because at least there's something very special that is different amongst us, that differentiate our personalities from one another, and you find that there is something that God puts in your mind that is different from the other person, whether you are identical twins, or you are fraternal twins, your brothers, your sisters, your cousins, your relatives, you are not relatives, you are from different races, you have absolutely different ideas that spring up in your mind. And if you follow those ideas, it is what brings about meaningful work that sometimes we call employment. And then, what are your interests? What are you interested in? What do you want to get interested in this year so that um, it can satisfy you intrinsically? Um, what skills do you want to master? Because there is an array of skills that a person can master, but you cannot master all of them. What you can master is one skill at a time. The most that you can master are two skills, but at different times within a span of time, a period like 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. So, which skills do you want to master in this year? Another question that I want to ask you when you are setting your resolutions and following them properly is you need to read. So, which books do you want to read? How many books do you want to read in a month, in a week, in 6 months, in 1 year? Because knowledge is power. And it is from this content that people have taken time to research that gives you a shortcut when it comes to creating your own products and becoming meaningful in the kind of life that you want to lead. For example, you don't need to research on how to make a bulb because Thomas Edison did that. You don't need to to know about gravity because all those things have been researched. What is there is that there is enough content. What you can only do is that you can use that content to improve on a product, to become innovative, and to come up with a product that has an edge on the already products that are in the market. So it is from books that you can get this knowledge. And you see, it's not a must that you have to read books because nowadays there are audiobooks in YouTube. You can actually, during your free time, you can plug in and buy some few bundles and enlighten your brain so that when an idea comes into your mind, you are able to process it and come up with some concrete products or services that you can offer that can give you something to sustain your life, because the cost of living nowadays is very expensive, and feeding an adult or maintaining yourself properly the way a human being is supposed to live is very expensive. So you need to come up with ways of improving on the income that you get. And then there's this thing I call artistic goals. Which kind of art do you want to engage in? Because it is part of the resolutions that you can make as an individual. Do you want to come up with songs, traditional songs? You want to drawing? You want to paint pictures? You want to come up with something creative? So something that is artistic in nature that can spur you and improve yourself when it comes to your life, because resolutions are there to improve the way you are living. And then, which training programs do you want to engage yourself in so that you improve yourself? Which seminars do you want to attend? Because it is from these seminars that you can sharpen your skills and your mind so that when an idea comes up, you are able to know that there is an idea here that I can turn into money, an idea that can bring something worthwhile in my life and improve it. What kind of information do you intend to consume? Because you find that most of the people consume useless information. It's not even spiritual. It's not adding anything. They are watching a lot of information. Others are reading a lot of stuff. Others are watching pictures. Others are watching cartoons. You see, these things do not add up to your life. So, which kind of information do you want to consume this year? And then, what is your competitive advantage? See, there's something I told you that you are good at. It's something that you are good at. If you have a conversation with yourself, you have good time. Like you just take a vacation and you don't have to use money. The other day I showed you where I had a vacation after uh, producing, organizing a team that produced more than 5,000 meals for a friend who had lost a spouse. And we were very successful with minimal resources. And I told myself that I have to give myself a vacation. And the vacation was to go to some very quiet place, very, let me use the word I normally use, pristine environment that has not been tainted. And I took some 30 minutes, looked to, had a very good scenic view, and you saw some videos there. So, what do you have as an individual that can differentiate you from other people so that you use it to leverage on coming up with other things that you can do during this particular year? Now, which habits do you want to forfeit this year, to drop, that and pick new habits? Which habits do you want to have? Habits that can improve your life, because resolutions are there for improvement. Which hobbies and skills do you want to jumpstart? Like now, there are some things I want to do this year. A very good example is I want to tour Emanga Center, that Ngoromwaga. It is in Manga, that place where they were gouging out baby Sagini's eyes. There are some areas there that can um, spur tourism or start tourism in our Kisi County, and yet people do not even know. I want to go there. I want to see that place. That is one of my goals this year. That one of these fine days I've got to travel that place and just have a walk on those particular hills, that hilly place, that cliff, so that I get the experience. There's something that you get when you are in an environment that is new. So, which skills do you want to have? Which character traits do you want to portray as an individual this year? Uh, Ama unataka kuonekana the normal you that you have been, and yet you need to change. You see, there are people who want to stop smoking. You have the willpower of stopping smoking. Cannot tell you that you can stop it at once, but we've been there. We stopped it at once. You cannot say that you cannot stop drinking alcohol. You have the willpower, you have the wherewithal of doing what, of stopping drinking. How do you want to spend your money? That is another very pertinent question that you need to ask yourself this particular year that we are starting today, so that you get the best value of your finances, because you see, money is a scarce resource. It is not easily, it is not easily it is not easily gotten. You cannot get money. It's like sometimes when I visit my native place and find some age mates and some oldies, some older guys who had a tendency of asking for a few coins. Assist us with 20 shillings so that we use it somewhere. Assist us with 50 shillings, 30 bob. I want to buy some matchbox. You find some ladies, old ladies, and you see that kind of habit. Stop it. If you have that habit, look for a way of living a dignified life. You are a child of God. Don't need to beg anybody. And then, what are emotional goals do you have? What are your emotional goals? Yeah, you need to be very stable emotionally so that you can be able to be creative. Um, which passion do you want to follow? Do you want to follow your passion? What do you like? Like me, I like um, a lot of photographs. I like visiting new places. It's only that I'm a bit limited. I have limited my mind, because nobody can say that you are limited until you sit down and do that which you want to do. Because I have been able from minimal resources to do what I have purposed to do. Production of a lot of meals with minimal resources, organizing them in a very short span of time with a lot of efficiency. So sometimes when you want to come up with a business like that, you have to ensure that what are you doing? Are you purposing your whole being in doing that? And then what are new activities that you want to engage in? So it's soccer, you traveling, having a motivational talk, reading, working on your hobbies, music. You can start anything, but you purpose on doing that new thing. And then there are these things that we call professional and personal relationship goals. Which goals have you set as a professional today, 1st January 2023? Your professional goals, your personal relationship goals. How do you want to relate with your loved ones? How do you want to relate with your relatives, your family, your friends, your enemies? So that, you see, every morning I pray that God helps my family, my friends and relatives and enemies, so that when he allows them to deal with us, they be lenient, a bit lenient to us, so that we can make it. So even even the relationship that you have with your enemies has got to be relooked into, so that when God allows them to work on you, to improve you, because the crucible is there to do what? To sharpen you, to shape you, to purify you, so that you can be able to get to that level that God wants you to be. So, which goals have you set this year? Now, which community goals have you set? Whom do you want to help? I know that you cannot help the whole community, but there is one person. I like Americans. I like even going to America, but I have not been able to go there. But I'm purposing to go there in a few years' time. It is within my goals that I have set for myself. I'm not going to stay there, but I'm going to visit that place so that I can experience the culture of those guys firsthand. So, which community goals have you set? Whom do you want to assist? How do you want to be perceived by your community? What contribution do you want to make this year? Because, like, now you can become a mediator, mediating conflicts, pumping sense into people's minds, so that these petty issues of conflicts can be eliminated from society and people start thinking on more serious issues. What is your legacy goal? How do you want to be remembered when you are done, dusted, and gone? Are you one of those guys who will be just a statistic? Oh, that guy passed on, and he was a good guy, but unfortunately did not do anything. What do you want to be remembered for? Because there is an atheist author who says that we are a bunch of flesh on dismembered bones. But I don't believe that I'm that. I'm a child of God waiting for his second coming. The second coming of what? Jesus Christ. So what do you want the community to remember you for? Your family, your friends, your enemies, your acquaintances, You are strangers who hear about you and don't know you. What is your legacy goal this year? What is your parenting goal? As a resolution this year that I want to do this and this. I want to be this with my children. I want to inculcate something good in them. I want to show them a good example. I want to teach them on how to live in this outer world here that we are living in, because there is a difference between what is taught in class and what we actually meet after we are through with our education system. So what do you want to teach your children? Because the academic environment is totally different, is absolutely different from what is happening out here in our world. So as a parent, what do you want to teach your children? Um, what are your new habits? I have talked about that. What are your health goals and fitness, physical health, mental health, fitness, physical fitness? What do you want to engage in? Because it has to be within the habits that you start inculcating and setting now, so that after a few days you want to continue with that, so that consistently and persistently you improve your what? Your health. What are your material goals this year? What do you want to make? How much money? Because money is not good. In fact, money is very good. And when you put it properly where it is supposed to be utilized, you will enjoy. People around you will be enjoying. So, what are your material goals, resolutions that you have set this year? Um, um, Another thing is, what do you want to possess? What are your money goals? Businesses. Now, those goals have got, or those resolutions have got to be time bound. You have to set the time that you want to meet those goals. All those resolutions that you have come up with, you have to ensure that you meet them. I pray that you meet your resolutions this year and you be of importance to yourself, to your children, to your family, to your friends, to your relatives, and to the society. Because a family, as a basic unit within a nation, when it is very stable, it means that even the community, even the nation, even the world now will be a peaceful place. Thank you very much. I wish you a happy new year, full of blessings, full of hope. Work on yourself, be the best. When we meet in another time, in another session, uh, very soon, I find from your feedback that you have started improving on yourself so that you can be of use in this society. Thank you.